Good evening and welcome to VTV News. On our broadcast tonight, a look at VU Harmonics, a new a cappella group on campus, and a look back at Dance Marathon. VTV News starts now. Hi, I'm Julia Seals, and thanks for joining us. A new a cappella group, the VU Harmonics, has just started up this semester on campus. David Schuman has the story.
Vanderbilt's campus is home to some extremely talented singers. The Melodors, the Swingin' Doors, and the Dodecks all come to mind. But it might be time to make room at the table for someone new. Having just held auditions last week, VU Harmonics is poised to become the next big name in Vandy a cappella.
It's a co-ed a cappella group. We're the newest group on campus, and we're just trying to do pretty much a blend of contemporary music and maybe some older stuff thrown in. We're really pretty open. We threw it open to the group as a whole and took song ideas from them. So that's kind of what we'll be doing music-wise.
Because everything about VU Harmonics is so new and fresh, they're still working out some of the kinks. But there's definitely a vision for where the group is headed.
We're not exactly sure what our identity is going to be yet. You know, when the group just forms, it's kind of still developing. But we're a co-ed group that's competitive. We'd like to really get involved with ICCA, which is the International Championship of Collegiate a cappella. Really the focus on being competitive and being just a really, really strong group that can stick around on campus for a long time is what we're aiming to do.
A key member of any a cappella group is the person who writes the arrangements. Riley Crabtree has experience working with the Vanderbilt Concert Choir and the Vanderbilt Community Chorus, but he's excited about the challenges of working with a small group like this versus a larger choir.
An individual voice has a really sharp edge and a lot of clarity to it. And so the big difference is that writing for a group like this, I'm writing for individual voices and the individual capabilities of every single person. It's a really powerful group, and we've got a great range of voices all the way from our basses to our sopranos. And it's just such a privilege to work with these people.
They say that my behavior's unacceptable, so condescending, unnecessarily critical. I have tendency getting very physical, so watch your step, cause if I do, you'll need a miracle.
A lot of work remains if VU Harmonics is going to perfect their sound and establish themselves as a top a cappella group on campus. But the future looks bright for these men and women.
We're definitely going to have a concert in April. We're also planning on just having some kind of impromptu stuff around campus to kind of get our name out there. But I think people can look forward to really strong shows with great musicality, really original arrangements. I think we're also going to end up doing some mashup type of things as well. So that's a little different. But they can look forward to a strong, energetic show with great musicality.
Reporting for VTV News, I'm David Schuman.
Last week, we covered a news story concerning the arrest of 2 Vanderbilt sophomores for drug charges. Tonight, we have a look at how Vanderbilt students have reacted to potential drug problems on campus.
It's easy when you're in a college environment to think, especially one that's isolating, that we have the Vanderbilt bubble here, to forget that actions have consequences, and that if you're dealing with illegal materials, you could very easily end up with a huge punishment.
It's shocking because I've heard that it was like a lot of drugs, but it's not that shocking because I have heard other stories about drugs on campus. It's awful. That's a lot of drugs. I can't believe that they had that, and it's always surprising at a good school like Vanderbilt that that's going on.
It definitely spikes the coffee, that, if you know what I mean.
I know that it's here. Most of what I hear about is Adderall use, but I've never been around it. I wasn't aware. I assume that there are drug transactions going on. I assume that there's somebody somewhere, making money off of them. I myself wasn't really aware of it.
I think, I mean, of course it depends on the drug, but I think that it's pretty widespread. I mean, obviously I would say that taking Adderall and smoking are more prevalent than like meth or coke or any of that, but I mean, it's fairly prevalent because I know people that do drugs, so I don't know. It's not like, I guess it's more prevalent than somebody on the outside who doesn't go to Vanderbilt would think that it is.
For Martin Luther King Day, Sarratt Gallery unveiled artwork by inmates from Riverbend Maximum Security Prison. Vanderbilt University Department of Philosophy, in conjunction with prisoners on death row at the Riverbend Maximum Security Institution, has presented a collection of artwork that shows a different side of death row prisoners that many of us fail to recognize. The United States is the only Western democracy that still enforces the death penalty. We also incarcerate more of our own citizens than any other country in the world. This collection of art is an effort to make the conversations of the REACH Coalition, a discussion group and outreach program for prisoners, more public. The idea for this exhibit came from a brainstorm session during one of the REACH Coalition's meetings. The exhibit includes paintings, sketches, and sculptures with mediums ranging from leather to corn dog sticks to toilet paper rolls. The goal is to invite people on the outside into the lives of people on the inside and attempt to convey the idea that human expression is universal, even from behind bars. The exhibit will be open through February 14th. Last Saturday, the SLC was host to a lot of dancing, music, and happy faces. Dance Marathon was in full swing from 11 a.m. until midnight, with all proceeds going to Monroe Corral Jr. Children's Hospital. Registration opened at 10 a.m., with all participants receiving a t-shirt and wristband. Upon walking into the SLC ballroom, dancers and Miracle families were greeted with a number of activities to participate in. From a bouncy slide to a strength tester to various video games, participants were not short of activities. In order to keep spirits high, many performances were scattered throughout the event with entertainment, including Juggleville, Zumba, stepping, and much more. In addition, morale boosters performed a morale dance every hour. Dance Marathon DJ Kern Bora was very enthusiastic about the day's success.
It's going really well so far. I mean, everyone's in there having a great time. We've got tons of entertainment going on. I know there's acrobats coming later, for example. All the theme hours are great. You know, everything from circus to Western to Disney. You know, morale's doing a great job, and overall, I think so far, so good.
The Miracle families present were walked in on a red carpet where they were greeted with high fives and clapping. Throughout the event, many shared their stories. Meals were provided for everyone present, and there were many giveaways sponsored by various businesses from around Nashville, as well as a silent auction, which Miracle child Carson was quite excited about. When we asked what he was looking forward to most, he had this to say.
Seeing if I got stuff that I bidded on.
Overall, $130,384.13 was raised for the kids. That about concludes our broadcast tonight. Thanks to Colin Zimmerman and Victoria Halakar for the stories on the Sarratt Gallery artwork and Dance Marathon. Thanks for joining us on VTV News, and be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and visit our website at www.vanderbilttelevision.com. Good night.